Hi guys, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas holiday. I know we did. Our son came to visit for a couple of days and we ate too much food. We played a lot of games and we just opened our gifts and just had a great time together. Making memories, that's what it's all about. And so that was a lot of fun. And then I started working on getting all of the Christmas decor out, taking down the lights, all of that. And I am in full on declutter, get rid of it mode. And so that's what I'm going to be working on in this video. I've already tackled the bathroom and my makeup vanity and my desk, and today I'm going to tackle a few cabinets in the kitchen. So that's what I'm going to be sharing in this video. So let's get started. So I decided to start in the largest cabinet space in my kitchen. This cabinet is pretty deep. It goes all the way back into the corner of the room and it holds a lot of items. It holds my pots and pans, mixing bowls, a lot of bakeware items, and a few kind of odds and ends. So I wanted to start with this one and see what all I could get rid of. So I just started by taking everything out and going through it. And as I got the items out, I just had a damp rag in my hand that I used to wipe the cabinet out with. Then it was time to start going through the items and decide what I was keeping and placing it back into the cabinet. And I really wanted to get rid of anything in excess or anything that doesn't get used on a fairly regular basis. If we use it several times a year, then I'm okay with keeping it, but anything that we haven't really used, I'm just ready to let go of. I've been watching a lot of videos on minimalism and just living with less stuff, and I've really been able to see the benefit of that after implementing it into some of the areas in my home. And so I am all for it and ready to have breathing room in my cabinets and drawers. Instead of having them overfilled with items we don't use, I am really enjoying being able to see the items I have and access them easily instead of having a tower of items in the way that I have to kind of maneuver around. So here is what I'm keeping right now, and I'm just gonna call this layer number 1 because I feel like I could probably get rid of more items in this cabinet, but for right now I'm happy with what I was able to find to get rid of. Here is my get rid of pile: some glass pie dishes, a lid organizer, and I actually have another one of these as well that I need to dig out, and then some frying pans, some baking dishes, and some lids that I just don't need. And here is my maybe pile, which I think, the more I think about it, I think I'm just gonna get rid of this. I don't use it. There's no point having it in my cabinet, and you can just chop onions in different sizes. I just get out a cutting board or a plate and a knife, and that's what I do. So I'm probably just gonna let this go as well. And then this is a mini chopper, and most of the time when I need to chop something, I dig out my big food processor. I forget I have this, so I don't really anticipate using this anytime soon. So this is probably gonna go as well. So I have a few options of what I'm going to do with all of the stuff that I'm going through. Definitely some's going to go to the garbage, and then I'm going to donate quite a bit of it. And then there's also the option to take it to the consignment store. Basically, they consign the items and sell them, and you get a percentage of whatever the item sells for, which is a win-win. You let the stuff out of your house, and you also get a little bit of your money back. And so that works out really well, but a lot of this stuff's just gonna get donated. And so this is my maybe box. The items I'm not quite sure of yet, so I want to think about it a couple of days. So by the time I'm ready to take the items to donate or to the consignment store, I'll have a better idea if I want to keep this stuff or not. If I don't, I'll get rid of it right then. And if I'm still kind of iffy, I'll put it in a tote, put a date on it, put what's inside, and I will put it in the garage or somewhere else. And if I don't get to it, if I don't use it in the next few months, it's just gonna go. So that's how I'm going to handle my think on it box, since I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm leaning towards letting it go. So that's where I'm at, and let's keep moving. The next space I'm going to tackle is this utensil drawer. This is where I keep our pizza cutter, our whisk, our spatulas, our spoons, all of that sort of thing. And so I'm just going to go through it and see what I have I can get rid of in here. And this is my meat chopper. I picked this up rather inexpensively and I really like this tool. I like my ground beef and my sausage and all of that to be crumbled up pretty fine, and this tool does a great job of that. And I know you could get them at like Walmart and Amazon, and if I can find a pretty inexpensive option, I will link that in the description below. But I'm definitely keeping this one. Next up, I decided to tackle our travel mugs. I knew there was probably going to be a few items I could get rid of in here. And because I freed up so much space in this cabinet, I was able to move the other travel mugs that were in random places around the kitchen to this cabinet as well. So I got new kitchen towels for Christmas, so I'm going to get these washed up so I can put them in the drawer. And I'm going to go through my other towels that I already have and get rid of some of them. So it's getting kind of late in the day, so I'm going to pause the video here and I will pick it back up tomorrow. So the towels are all nice and neat and rolled up and ready to be used, and I think that looks really good. And if I decide that's too many, I'll just get rid of a couple more. And now I'm going to tackle the china cabinet. I could tell right away there were several items that have just been sitting here that I was ready to see gone. So that is what I'm working on next. I've noticed that the more items I'm getting rid of, the more I want to get rid of. I really enjoy having the open areas in my cabinets, in my drawers, and just seeing open spaces. It kind of gives your eyes a place to rest. It doesn't feel as stressful or as cluttered maybe to look at, and I'm really enjoying that. So here is a look at the before and the after, and there's definitely some improvement, especially along the top of the hutch. And I feel like I could take this further. I think I'm going to move the cookbooks to a different area and see what else I can do to give it a more clean and streamlined look. But I'm really happy with the progress that I'm making so far in the kitchen. I have a long ways to go because I feel like this is just the first layer, and then I could probably go back through all of these areas and get rid of even more. But I would love to know, are you decluttering in your home? And if you are, what areas are you working on? If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you hit subscribe and hung around. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know. And thanks for watching.